Hi folks, it's Jody with Strength and Wisdom Tarot, here to do December readings for all the zodiac signs. Keep in mind that these are general readings. Take what applies if it applies. You know what to do with the rest of it. And thank you for everyone who has liked, subscribed, shared to my channel. You guys rock. And if you'd like a private reading with me, all that info is in the description box below. This reading is going to be for Capricorn. So let's see what's going to rocking with you in December 2025. Messages for Capricorn. First one out is the King of Pentacles. Earth sign. This could be your energy. Could be dealing with a fellow Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Now, he's very in reality. He's into the here and the now. Yes, he likes to have his material things. But he's not going to sell you 50 acres of swampland. You know, he's a realist. Very approachable. They make you feel like, you know, you've known them for ever and a day. This could be your energy there. You know, feeling like you're living in the here and the now there, Caps. Ooh, now we have the King of Cups. Here's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or somebody who's very water-like. You could have water in your chart, too. Your moon sign and your rising sign. But two kings. Now, Capricorn, this could be somebody else that you're dealing with. Or this could be the other side of you, which is very empowering, you know, very intuitive. Water signs, you know, are very, very in tune with their environment and stuff. See, they can read a room when they go in there. So, Caps, maybe your intuition, you know, is on high. Now you have the Knight of Cups here. By the way, I'm using the Steampunk Tarot if anyone wants to know. Now here's a messenger that comes from the King of Cups. You know, a message of something that's heartfelt, something sentimental. It's not going to, you know, blow smoke or anything. It's meant from the heart. Now that could be a compliment. That could be, you know, an apology. Now remember, this could be the energy, Capricorn, that you're putting out there, the energy coming towards you. Friendship, partnership, loveship, career, however it applies. But right after that message of something heartfelt and sentimental, you get death. Now, Caps, anytime that you want a situation to change, you know, you want to invite death in. Death takes out the things that we don't, you know, want anymore, or we hold on to that aren't serving a, you know, a purpose. An old regime, an old way of thinking, an old way of doing things, an old diet that doesn't work anymore. You know, it's ran its course. You know, we tend to hold on to these things. So death comes and takes these things and, you know, takes them away. Therefore, there's room for new things and new possibilities and new beliefs and all that good stuff. Death is a transformation of a situation. Now, it could be that maybe somebody's sentimental side puts out a heartfelt message, and it changes the dynamics of a friendship, partnership, loveship, career, business, however it applies, however it hits you, Capricorn. But it's a game changer. Either you're receiving this or you're putting it out there. You get the Four of Pentacles. This is about staying silent, not voicing your opinion, not saying what's on your mind. And maybe this message is, you know, not for everyone to know, Caps. You know, whatever changes the dynamics of whatever, because either it was received or it was given, you know, you keep it private. Maybe you keep it private until you have an answer. Now, under the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. This is being recognized for your skills, your talent, your craft. Being recognized for that great person that you are. Being noticed for your talents. Being noticed for having that calm, you know, very approachable, you know, aura. Under the King of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. This is overcoming a battle and being victorious. Coming back from a battle and being victorious. about getting accolades, props, and recognition. So it looks like all eyes are going to be on you. This could be about being recognized for a job well done. Um, your role in a situation that turned out to be positive to get somebody through. Maybe it took the emotional part of you, to help somebody, to reach somebody. Maybe because you reached out to somebody, it changed somebody's way of thinking, or, the way they do things. An impact on their life. Wow, Caps. Looks like you're going to be that person. Whoops. Now you have the Knight of Swords right under the Knight of Cups. So he's the fastest messenger out of all of them. And this is something, it's speedy. Caps, either you or someone you're dealing with wasted no time getting this sentimental message out. You didn't hesitate, you didn't wait, you just did it. And maybe this is what somebody needed. Just validation. Because under death, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is what needed to change. In the upright, the Ten of Cups is about riding unicorns off in the sunset. It's emotional fulfillment at its finest, at the end of a cycle. But this is 10 empty cups. Under death. Caps, maybe you changed the way someone thinks about, having relationships and what goes into them. Somebody might have been losing faith or losing hope, or their happiness and looking at it the wrong way. One kind gesture brings death in to change how this person feels about a situation. Oh, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Because Four of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune right under it. And it's in the upright. I like this. That's things turning around. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. She is all about the facts, the figures, the numbers. She's a great communicator, very intelligent, but don't ever come to her BS. It's an insult to intelligence, and who knows what's going to happen after that. But Wheel of Fortune, the wheel's always turning, Caps. So if you're on the bottom of it and it brings you forward, things start falling into place. Things start working for you instead of against you. Actually feel like you're making some leeway, getting ahead. But this is about recognition. And I think it's about giving somebody recognition at one point where they really needed to hear it. And Caps, I think you make this decision very quick. Like, it's almost like you knew what this situation needed. You saw it. You saw it before anybody else. And you didn't hesitate. The grounded, practical part of you, staying focused. But the sentimental part of you saw the urgency. You put it out there. Because you did, Caps. It changed the dynamics of this person's life. Or the way they think. Or the way they feel. It's not for everyone to know. You keep it to yourself. Hoping that it did it did help somebody. Because you made that person that focus point. Overcoming a battle and being victorious. Because you didn't hesitate. Caps, you didn't hesitate. You took the initiative. You saw somebody thinking, this could be depression, losing hope. Because you did what you did, Caps. turn this person's way of thinking, their outlook, you turn it around. It's more positive than it is negative. Crystal clear. In speaking to this person, Capricorn, you did this person a world of good. You saw the situation for what it was, and you reacted to it, and you did this with compassion, admiration, and urgency. So props to you, Capricorn. Props to you. So that is what I have for you. Please keep on liking, subscribing, sharing to my channel, and I will see you back here real soon. Take care.